CMMS Radio talks about all things CMMS, computerized maintenance management software, focused on maintenance management. It's the people, the process, and the culture that make your CMMS journey a success. We're at the Sustainable Manufacturing Expo. That's the expo floor down there. About to go down there and check it out. Want to see Corey Dickens give his presentation. Catch you in a minute. All right, we're at the Sustainable Manufacturing Expo. We're here with Annie. She's with Informa Markets. Could you just give us a brief rundown of what this is all about? It's the first year of this event, so talk to us a little bit.
Yeah, so this event was really born from the question of how do manufacturers, anybody who produces anything, how do you keep up with the regulations and the consumer demand and just the environmental needs to create efficiencies, cut waste, and become more sustainable in your processes? And as a result, we've got a lot of great exhibitors here who are showing people how to be more efficient, creating knowledge, sharing knowledge around upcoming regulations and what have you on our 5 different education stages. And we've got Westpac with us now, which is fantastic because they do a great job. We've got a lot of great packaging representatives here who are going to show manufacturers how to take their product and package it sustainably. Awesome. Well, I appreciate this moment. We're going to catch some more as we go through the conference. I'm just getting up to speed today. Yeah. But Annie, thank you for being on CMMS Radio and for having us here at the Sustainable Manufacturing Expo. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. Good, how you doing? Good. You're on CMMS Radio. Just doing a quick walkthrough here. The SME Design Lab. How you doing, fellas?
What's up, man? What do you do?
CMMS Radio. It's a podcast about computerized maintenance management software and maintenance management specifically.
Yeah.
You're going to be on. Hi there. Can you tell me briefly for CMMS Radio, what is Sustain SoCal?
Right, so Sustain SoCal, we're a business association for sustainability and clean tech businesses. We're based out of Irvine, but we work in 8 major sustainability verticals, so like energy, water, waste, but our main name of the game is solutions and sustainable business. So. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. Well, CMMS Radio is about computerized maintenance management software. It's focused on maintenance management, but sustainability is really a byproduct of strong maintenance management. So I thought it'd be great to catch a soundbite from both of you.
Okay, nice.
And if it's okay, I'll put it on CMMS Radio.
Sure, yeah. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So hey, we're at Sustainable Manufacturing Expo, and I'm talking to the guys over here at IFS Assist. A lot of you may know IFS. If you don't, you should. And I'll put more description for the sound clip. But gentlemen, first of all, how's the show been for you so far?
Yeah, it's been great so far. Lots of foot traffic, a lot of great people walking by and asking a lot of questions. Definitely.
I like the little booth setup here, and I'm wondering if you guys can tell me a little bit about where this delivers the impact as it relates to sustainable manufacturing. I mean, I can see you're staying ahead of regulations, you can mitigate risk, we all love that. That's really special in the maintenance management world, and we definitely want to enhance supply chain visibility. What can you tell me about the direct impact to sustainability for manufacturers?
Yeah, so it's a great question. So with IFS Assist, we're talking about, workflow automation. So how do we take your manual processes, how do we bring that into our solution to eliminate, that manual effort? So with Assist, we're going to help you kind of get through the different stages of your processes to have those automations, anything from, raw materials or manufacturing with quality, safety incidents, line inspections on your equipment. So a lot of things will bring that together to help you manage all that much more easier.
And is it fair to say that IFS Assist is also something that can provide data to and towards other solutions? There's integration? Absolutely.
We've got an open API technology, so we can integrate to just about everything. Our foundation is IT service management, where a lot of the the IT space at these companies, the back end, we connect to a lot of the the different equipment as well. So if you've got sensors, you've got anything on these plant equipment, then we can track and manage that. So if there's any issues, then we've got a ticket created in IFS Assist to get that looked at ASAP.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm sure that it works with IFS and IFS Ultimo as well.
Yes.
And possibly other CMMS platforms that are out there, so that people that are running maintenance management, maintenance and reliability programs can leverage all of their technology to make a difference. But I love you guys spending a few minutes with me. We just want to tie that to the sustainability, because it is Sustainable Manufacturing Expo. It's also Westpac, and thanks for this soundbite, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You want to step in the booth real quick? I'll get you on camera there. There it is. All right, guys. Throw the horns. Hey.
So the idea with that valve is
Got Nestle Quick going on. The Launchpad stage. Sustainable Manufacturing Expo and Westpac. We're at the IE Automation booth. It's booth number 827 at Sustainable Manufacturing Expo, and we got some cool stuff going on here. Would you mind telling CMMS Radio listeners what we're looking at?
Yes, so Sparky the Robot, he has his own website, sparkytherobot.com, and he is a cartner. We created him to be an alternative to a traditional cartner. Our client was specifically looking for space because the big cartners are very, very, very large, and they didn't have the space for it. So this is about the size of an industrial refrigerator, and that's all it takes for that cartner. And then they have several different box sizes. So the changeover is just a plate in there. It has an RFID reader. Pull it out and it tells you what boxes to fold. The robot knows exactly what to do. So this one is folding, but it's also printing. So it's printing, like right here it prints a video, a code that you can scan and watch a video of. And the but you can add whatever. Like there's lots of customizations for the cartner, so it's not just going to fold the box. You can do a ton of different things for it. But we created it for a client. He became pretty popular. It is patented, and we have them all over the United States in all different shops. So
well, I can see it's a Canuck product, so
it's pretty fun.
That's really really cool. Yeah.
It is cartoning is definitely a niche, and so he really works well. The changeover time has been where we really shine.
Well, that's gonna save a lot of time not being wasted, and that is certainly sustainable.
Right.
So I appreciate you both allowing me to check this out, and I'm going to share it with our viewers.
Perfect. This is our business card, and there's candy in there for you.
Candy. There it is, folks. IME Automation.
Not the robot. The robot is static. Can you ask me to static have the vehicle?
Hey. All right, guys.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm Greg with CMMS Radio.
That's a nice little camera.
Thank you. Yeah, I just picked it up. So, what's your name?
My name's Gus.
Gus.
Gustavo.
And Jay. You guys are with TAWI, Smart Lifting. So, what can you guys, either of you, tell me about this setup?
Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, so this is our vacuum lifter with a 60 kilogram capacity, or 32 pounds. And right now we have our pail suction foot on it. So this is meant for pails and lifting pails. You have your yellow lever here, which is going to control your up and down motion. To release the object, we're going to put it down onto the ground, push all the way down on the yellow lever, and push up and break that seal. And once we let go, it'll go to that preset height we have where it'll float at a height for you.
So this is primarily designed as a solution to bring efficiency for operators within plant environments or otherwise, wherever they're moving something heavy.
Correct, and it's to help relieve any ergonomic issues that plants experience with any injuries or anything like that, efficiency, things along those lines to help improve the safety of the employee.
And do you guys do all the manufacturing yourself, or do you use other manufacturers and then assemble it?
So it's all manufactured in Sweden by TAWI. Everything you see here is done by us. There's no third parties involved.
Excellent. Have you by any chance ever been to the factory and on the plant floor?
I've never been to Sweden, but we do have an office in Bolingbrook, Illinois, which is located just outside of Chicago, and we warehouse a lot of our equipment, and that's our North American headquarters. So we have a lot of equipment on hand ready to ship, especially with stock items.
Excellent. Do you have any visibility to, or can you talk at all about what you guys do from a maintenance management perspective? Like, do you talk to some of your own reliability engineers? Do you have anything you can share with me about how that's all set up? And what I'm after, just so you know, is to produce something incredible like this, there's a lot of other machines and especially people and process involved. And with CMMSradio, I'm very interested in that, the maintenance management aspects of it, because the more availability you have with your assets, they don't fail, they don't break down, you're going to produce more product at the highest level when it comes to quality. So what can you tell me about that and how that makes an impact for you guys?
Yeah, so as far as any service and technician issues, we actually have our own service and technician team. So anything for installs of our equipment, we send our own guys out to install it, as well as preventative maintenance. They have checklists that they run through, make sure everything's working efficiently, that they can go out and inspect the machine for anything that needs to be repaired or anything like that. And that comes into hand with what we have in stock. A lot of what we carry in Bolingbrook, Illinois are spare parts, things we can ship next day if need be.
Got it, got it. So not only do you make it, you've got it readily available to ship, but when somebody is going to commission it, or maybe if they have a problem, you can get on site to help them troubleshoot, figure out what the problem is, and then essentially fix it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I want to thank you, Jake,
of course,
being on CMMS Radio. Everyone, we're here at the Sustainable Manufacturing Expo, and that's a wrap.
IP67, yep, it's totally waterproof, dustproof. It has no moving parts. Maintenance on it is really just cleaning the head. So we've got this here. Bring that one right there on multiple heads. As far as maintenance on that, the only thing you're going to have to do is take the cartridge out to a cloth, and you clean it off, and that's it. In regards to any other maintenance, that's really about it. You can get up to 200,000 prints out of a cartridge depending on what your DPI is and what you're looking to print.
The clients ever have problems with this? And again, how much of that is on them and setup of the jig, right? Versus...
It's typically not going to be on a jig. It's going to be on a machine that's operating. This is just for demonstration purposes, all this is for. But as far as we integrate on the riser, you see them down there. Behind us, we've got Shawpack. We've got Multivac that we deal with. We've got down the way Variovac, and we've got Harpak-ULMA. We integrate on their machines. And as far as growth and sales, we're doing it both organically as well as companies adding to their fleet. We've been in business for 65 years, and we're a U.S.-based family-owned company. So, but anyway, that's the basics of that.
Yeah, and I see the advantages of the fixed printing itself. I can just also see someone hitting it or maneuvering it, and the inspection to make sure it's mounted properly.
We design, and we have thousands of installs on the different machines, and what we do is it's plain and simple. You'd have almost like a baseball bat to it.
Well, good. You design it to a high reliability.
It's got to be. In the plants, and we realize that the way people tear these things up, they're harsh environments, they're wet, they're dirty, they're sprayed, and you've got to be able to...
Hopefully you don't have that much water up near a box, but...
You've got more than that somewhere in the plants. So... But anyway, that's what we do.
Well, that's Corey Dickens. He's over here talking to Carrie with Bellmark Printing Solution. We're just interested in that zero maintenance concept. Thank you for the soundbite, sir.
You got it.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Greg? How's the show been?
Well, it's been good for me, walking around, talking to people, getting sound bites. I was over at MD&M West, and, I was just visiting with you guys, but first of all, I wanted to thank you for making the time with us. And how do I pronounce your first name?
Dries.
Dries. So we are here at the Nanoprecise booth with Dries and Adolfo. He's here with us too, and we're going to learn all kinds of stuff about Nanoprecise, who they are, and what they do. So can you run that down for me?
I can sure try. So in a short bite, we are a predictive maintenance company that adds energy to the equation, right? So we have sensors that collect condition monitoring data, will predict the health of equipment, and then additionally to that, we'll provide an energy number to say, hey, this is how much energy you could save if you actually would fix this equipment instead of letting it run in its current condition.
So what's important about that for me is obviously I'm focused on CMMS, but that's really about maintenance management. And then very quickly we have to talk about maintenance and reliability. Now we're in the world of condition monitoring, if done properly, and all these other things. So I'm assuming, I think it's a safe assumption, that Nanoprecise and the sensor monitoring components can in fact connect to and communicate with CMMS platforms. Is that true?
Exactly, yeah. So we basically, one of our most common integrations is our insights going to a CMMS, create a work request, create an inspection request, create a critical work order if something is really falling apart immediately, right? So that's how where our data goes to, right? Our insights that we create, they end up in the CMMS world to then become actionable.
Now, when we talk about the sensor monitoring, is it all aspects of sensor monitoring, such as vibration analysis, heat signature analysis, etc.?
Yeah, so we have 6-in-1 sensor. It's vibration, it's acoustic emission, ultrasound, temperature, flux, RPM, and then humidity as well in one sensor.
What would you say, and I know you're in product, but what would you say when it comes to the plant floor environment, the factory, or if you're out on oil rigs, is the most challenging part of getting the actual teams to adopt and leverage the technology?
Biggest challenge, I think, is making sure that the insights provided are actionable, right? Because at the end of the day, information is great, but the action is the value, right? So telling that, hey, we had an anomaly here, we had an anomaly there, a maintenance technician can't action that, right? So they need something that is actionable, like, hey, go and inspect your couple. That's something you can action, right? So the line between, a red flag here, a red flag there, or saying, hey, this is what we think you should do, right? That's the challenge, right? And crossing that barrier from that flagging anomalies to like, hey, this is an action you can do, that really drives adoption, right? So the more precise your insight is, plus the criticality of the action that one should take, that really drives the adoption to the next level.
So if I tried to say it a slightly different way, when they see that it's actually real and it makes a difference and an impact, then they're all about adopting it. If it's not, then they tune out pretty quickly because they're like, wow, this is just another sensor monitoring that doesn't do anything for us.
Another source of work, right? It should be a reduction of work, it should be help prioritize the work and try to help which work they should be doing, instead of just saying, look at another dashboard and look at some more red pretty colors, right? So that's really what drives adoption, correct?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the eye candy can be nice, but they're looking for impact. They're looking for, like you said, actionable things. And I wonder if we could step over to the screen here, if you could explain anything to me there about that.
So basically the main landing page, as you see here, right, it organizes everything on a criticality level, right? So you see here, hey, in this example, the gearbox is the one that's flagged as red, indicating, hey, that's the one that needs your immediate attention. And it tells you an RUL in a sense of like, this is how quickly that fault has been developed, right? So just simply saying, hey, something is red, orange, yellow, will tell you how quickly did it get there, right? Because whatever the condition is today, is relevant, obviously, but how quickly did I get there, right? That's a good indication of how quickly I should take my action, because that projects the future. And then another thing here, which is really unique for Nanoprecise, is the energy loss directly tied to that, right? So front and center, we say, hey, health status is not great. You don't have that much time to fix it, right? Less than 200 hours in this case until it reaches the next stage of severity. And then, hey, this is costing you $500 a week on energy loss, right? Because the typical ROI by a maintenance team is calculated based on cost in maintenance effort, right? Like, oh, do I need to replace my bearing or replace my entire motor? That's one form of ROI. Second form of ROI is saving in downtime, right? I prevented downtime for that equipment, so my production line didn't go down, I meet my targets, my maintenance team is not scrambling to take action. And then the third form of ROI that we add is hey, what is your impact on energy, right? Energy is becoming big. We're at the sustainability conference, right? So as sustainability is obviously big and energy consumption is the big part of that. So if we can tell you, hey, if you take that maintenance action today versus taking it a month from now, that actually will save you $4,000 in energy, right? That's a whole other aspect. Like now your maintenance technician who has his boots on the ground has a direct impact on the sustainability of the company, right? And the footprint at the end of the day. So that's really, I think, the unique and exciting thing here that we're doing in Nanoprecise.
I love it because, a lot of my maintenance and reliability professional friends, real deal practitioners, people that are really in the trenches, they've been in these plant turnaround environments, they will tell you, if you ask them, simply stated, what are we trying to do with reliability, maintenance management, and of course sustainability is we want to reduce, eliminate, prevent waste, because if we have programs in place through these technologies, and of course based on our people and process first, we now have this opportunity to first be effective and then become efficiency, and that whole thing is what this is all about, fitting into that picture. So I really want to thank you for this time and this soundbite from the Sustainable Manufacturing Expo, and we'll do it again someday in the future.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Greg. And I've been following you for quite a while, so it's nice to get to meet and talk to you for a second.
Thank you for that. It was a pleasure to have you on.
Okay. Thank you, Greg.
Did you find this episode helpful? Please send us some feedback, suggest a topic, or ask a question. Reach out to CMMS Radio if you need a co-pilot on your CMMS project. Visit CMMSradio.com and use the What's on Your Mind link. Thank you for tuning in to CMMS Radio, your resource for all things CMMS, from selection to implementation, to help you make better choices, learn from industry experts, and have a successful CMMS journey.